No one expected this from the San Diego Padres. An overall forgettable day. But if you look between the numbers sprinkled in, could there be some memorable performances that we missed? Is everything going to be okay in the end? We'll talk about all of that in just a second. But before anything, hi. Welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest. Today we watched a stinker of a performance on multiple levels. And we'll get into that in a sec. But before anything, stick around to the end of the episode because we do have some post-game fan reactions where I get you guys, the fans, involved with these videos, post on Twitter, post on Reddit, and maybe you'll be featured on the channel. And then, of course, most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 1,000. Hitting 1,000 would be fantastic and amazing. So please, help us hit it. Thank you. We love you. Anyways, the important meat. My chair is extra squeaky today. Don't mind me. Post-game talking points. Is this the real Kolek? We'll talk about that. That'll be most of the video today. But is today a bad day, or are we having serious problems right now? And then finally, like I said, some positives from today. The last two will kind of go hand in hand. But let's start with is this the real Kolek? So, we were all on the hype train with Kolek, right? I was, Christian was, he made a whole video on it. And we still are. Today was not a great day from him. But I do think personally, and we'll show some videos and stuff, I think the Mariners got a little lucky today. And that's baseball. That's baseball, right? Things happen. So let's just start with this that I found out about the Mariners. Mariners are officially the new random, usually mediocre team that owns the Padres. Dads are now 3-10 with a negative 26 run differential against the M's since the start of 2022. And I didn't realize this, but when you look back at it, the Mariners have owned us. Kind of like in the ways the Rockies would own us, but negative 26 run differential. And it definitely shows today and how the game went. But, of course, Steven Kolek, we were super high on him. December 6, 2023, the San Diego Padres get Kolek from the Mariners, and now he makes his third professional start. We all saw how that went, of course. Not a fantastic, wonderful, great day from him. So we can look at the stat line right here. His ERA is now at 2.33, which is great, right? But he gave up 3 home runs, 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. The walk hurt, let's put it that way, because it got on base and then it hit a home run. So the walks hurt, obviously. 4 strikeouts. I mean, it's the same as Pittsburgh. But I think this one also sums it up well. Let's go back to it. The Mariners are not the Rockies and the Pirates. We've established this before, and I'll go to this graphic real quick. My old graphic. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Nope, this one. So what we established is that the Mariners are kind of like the Angels in the sense that they hit for power, and you saw that today, but they are much better at hitting for power. So again, Cal Raleigh now has 14 home runs. Tellez hit a home run, and then I guess he's not listed on here, but J.P. Crawford had a home run. Pretty sure it was Crawford. Yeah, Crawford had a home run. So it's a very powerful team. And this was technically, I don't want to say technically, it was Kolek's first taste of a really, not a really good team, but a good team, right? And I mean, don't get me wrong. We're still impressed that he shut out the Rockies at home, at Coors. That's the only person who's done that in a long time, is I heard on the broadcast, was Clayton Kershaw. And he's one of the best pitchers of all time, even though he's a Dodger. He's one of the best pitchers of all time. So I do think we can chalk this up to just a rocky start. And I mean, we can look at the rest of the box score, but 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. So not a fantastic day. And then I'll talk about the bullpen in a sec in our positives, because there was some positives about the bullpen, even from players who I might not be the biggest fans of. But you remember when I said well, let me get back to this real quick, because I do want to show this. But there's an article on the San Diego Tribune about, let's read the bottom, on the bottom first. So I feel like I'm not even recognizable, even from last spring training, on a conversation with Michael King at the Padres. Michael King got the Padres, Stephen King pointed in the right direction, and a fun read on King helped Kolek with pitch sequencing. Also notes that Kolek has a new curveball he's yet to unveil, which is fantastic. You guys can read that if you want, the rest of it. But I'm excited to see how Kolek throws And then we'll get back into that. I do want to show you guys this, okay? So I said I feel like the Mariners got a little lucky. I'm going to show you the home runs he gave up, and then I want you to clue on to the location on where he pitched those and where the hitters hit it. So down and away, or sorry, down inside, and then high and away. So they weren't pitches that were like straight up down the middle meatballs. I mean, I heard on the broadcast. I'm not super up on how the Mariners like to hit, but on the broadcast, I did hear that the Rowdy Tellez one is in a sweet spot. But he is painting the corners. Like, there's our corners, and maybe they're not exactly where they needed to be. But let me bring up a graphic real quick that I made for this, where I took the pictures. So J.P. Crawford, right, low and inside, not a horrible pitch. That was the literal first pitch of the game. So if J.P. Crawford was sitting down and low on a fastball, I'm pretty sure it was a fastball. Let me double check. Did it say how fast it was? Hold on. We'll get there. 94, yeah, fastball. So if he's waiting fastball first pitch and he knocks it out of the park, fair play. If he was sitting on it, fair play. That's baseball. Sometimes things happen. Number 2, I'm also pretty sure was a... Oh, this is backwards. No. I thought I did these backwards. But, yeah. J.P. Crawford, 1. And then Rowdy Tellez, low. And then Kyle Riley, high. So, Rowdy Tellez, his sweet spot. Look at number 3. My bad. I put him out of order. I really screwed myself up. But, low and away on a slider. And he waits on it and smacks it out of the park. Is that a horrible location? Did he really hang it? I don't think so. It's probably not exactly where he wanted it. Let's double check on that. So I can't just skip, unfortunately. But it looked like Diaz wanted it away, and he hit it inside, which is probably why he smacked it out of the park. But even the Cal Raleigh one, I don't think it was a horrible pitch sequence. I mean, the thing about high fastballs, and again, I'm not a baseball expert, but I watch a lot of baseball and I played baseball. The thing about high fastballs is that you really got to make sure you put it in the right location, because if you mess up a high fastball, it's going to go out of the park. It's going to get smacked for a home run. So either you miss bad on a high fastball or you hit pinpoint. And I don't know exactly where they wanted it, but Cal Raleigh is not the kind of pitcher or hitter you want to mess with right now, because man is probably the best offensive catcher in the league right now. So yeah, I'll show you guys one more time. But it's not like it was a horrible pitches. Not exactly where he wanted them, I'm sure. But like I said, I think the Mariners did get a little lucky. So I'm not going to judge Kolek. I mean, we've had some pretty bad starts from other pitchers like Dylan Cease, Nick Pivetta. So third major league start, I'm going to give him a pass, even if it wasn't the best start. We'll look back at it again real quick. 8 hits, 5 earned runs. Not great, but we still have hope for Kolek. I feel like next time he'll play the Blue Jays. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I know the Blue Jays aren't playing fantastic right now. So we'll see. Let's move on to the next point real quick. The next 2, basically. Bad day or serious problems. So let me find my thing again. There we go. So Tatis, 1 hit, right? 2 strikeouts, not great, especially when we needed him in some locations. Machado, I'm going to show you guys this, of course. Grounds into a double play, completely kills our momentum from that inning, and it kind of killed the momentum for the rest of the game, to be honest. Machado's been so great with runners in scoring position this year that I guess we'll give him the pass, but it wasn't a great moment. And we'll see from this Reddit, what do you call it? A Reddit message? A Reddit comment, I guess? He looked up the information for me. But 8 hits, 1 run, 0 for 7 in runners in scoring position. Average Padres offensive performance versus Seattle. And like we said, Seattle apparently owns us. Don't know why. I guess they just do. So you're not going to win ball games going 0 for 7 in runners in scoring position unless we're throwing no-hitters. So let's just look back again. Jackson Merrill, 0 for 4. Jackson Merrill has gone cold. I'm pretty sure he's 0 for his last 11 in at-bats. Bogaerts, up and down days as always. I mean, he got on base. That's cool, but Gavin Sheets, fine. He got the run, of course. But the ones I do want to hone in on, of course, Arraez, 3 hits, Jake Cronenworth, 2 hits with that 1 RBI. I'll show you guys that right now. So there were some small bright points on the offense in Cronenworth and Arraez. Arraez we absolutely need for his contact. Cronenworth we can live without, but when he's on, he provides so much for this team that I'm genuinely hopeful and excited that he is back. Back to at least a solid player. And then everyone else, they're stars, right? Well, they'll figure it out. Machado lost his 14 game hit streak. That sucks, but we're not playing for streaks. We're playing for World Series victories. So I think they'll figure it out. I think we're going to be okay. It's 1 game. We lost the Angels game, Angels game 1. Then we won the next 2. We can definitely do that again. Another thing I want to talk about, though, the bullpen real quick. 1.1, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, no runs for Wandy Peralta, which is great. I'm pretty sure most of us were ready to throw in a towel on Wandy Peralta, but he lives another day, which I love. I might not be the biggest fan of Wandy Peralta, but I love that he's proving us wrong. And then, of course, Sean Reynolds was the biggest surprise. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Not great, but 4 strikeouts, no hits, no runs, no earned runs against a team that just lit up Kolek. And I said a couple of videos ago that Sean Reynolds has good stuff. He just needs to pitch. And now he's pitching. And then he went almost 3 innings with no hits. The walks aren't great, but 4 strikeouts. I mean, we'll take that any day from Sean Reynolds. He probably just saved us another bullpen arm to throw out there. So our bullpen is still good for the next couple of days. So all we really need to figure out is how to score against the Mariners. I almost said the Marlins. The Mariners, and how to break a curse that we apparently have. Because apparently, we have a curse. 3 for 10 with negative 26 run differential. And of course, the Mariners and all the Rockies and the Pirates. That's what we've learned. But I think we're gonna be okay. Do not hit the panic button. It's 1 game. One of the most boring, worst games I've seen this year. But I think we'll be okay. Let's move on to our post-game reactions. I guess we'll recap this real quick. Is this the real Kolek? Honestly, maybe. I guess I didn't really answer this. It might be the real Kolek. I think we'll get it in between of like a 3 to 4 earned runs a game. But even then, he's our 5 starter, and Yu Darvish is going to come back pretty soon, so he'll probably be back to the AAA or in the bullpen. Hopefully AAA, because I do want to develop him as a starter. So if it is the real Kolek, it's not a big deal. He did his job. He used the stopgap between our injured pitchers coming back. So we'll take it. Post-game reactions. Not wearing the City Connects on a Friday isn't going so well. Yeah, I didn't even notice, so I pointed it out, but we were not wearing City Connects because it's I think it was Military Appreciation Weekend. So, I mean, I get it. I guess Military Appreciation doesn't look that great with, like, colorful colors, but I do love our City Connects. I'm sad they're going away. That might be a hot take for some people. Cool competition between these 2 teams for a dude who loves the Cubs, lol. Yeah, I saw a picture of Eddie Vedder with Cubs hat on. From the last video, thank you guys for updating me on this. He was born in San Diego, moved to Seattle, so he's like a transplant of the 2, and that's why it's called the Vedder Cup. But I guess we'll read this real quick because it's relevant. Padres should have won the City Connects. This game was cursed thanks to the pathetic Vedder Cup gimmick. No player knows a Pearl Jam song. Mariners on a rival. You're not bringing more fans to the game of baseball by forcing a rivalry no one relates to. Both sides know it's fake. I know we're a little upset today, and I love Mark Bartley. He's one of my favorite Padre fans. But, yeah, I mean, I like the Vedder Cup. It was fun when, like, it wasn't a thing. But now that it's a thing, I don't really care. It's like when you're, like, your parents start learning, like, millennial slang or Gen Z slang, and they start using it. Like, it was cool until the parents ruined it. That's what the Vedder Cup is. It was cool until MLB ruined it. And then just to wrap this up real quick so we don't take too long. Nothing more on a brand for the Padres to be getting shut up by a guy that has a 15 career innings pitched and a massive ERA coming in. This offense is putrid. Yeah, I learned his name is not Luke. It is Logan, but I'll show you guys that real quick. Logan Evans kind of shut this down. And that's okay. One thing I want to mention real quick is I think they're going to move Hancock to game 2 because I heard on the broadcast that Brian Wu, who is one of their top players, is going to pitch game 3 against Michael King. So that's going to be a definite challenge for us. But let's move on real quick. Where were we? Never super confident going to the Mariners series, to be honest, for other reason they had our number for years. Yeah, I showed you guys that already. Unfortunate. Glad to see Reynolds get some confidence. First game of the last series wasn't great, but the series went fine. Hopefully this will go the same way. Hopefully. But yeah, had a lot to talk about with Kolek. Want you guys to get informed, not to panic. I don't think anyone should panic over this game. It's one game. It's one loss. The Dodgers lost today to the Angels, so we're okay. Just take a deep breath. We're going to be okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys think Kolek is washed? Do you think we should get rid of him? Are we still okay with Kolek? I know we kind of put him on a pedestal for a little bit, and then he's kind of like kicked himself off. But how do you feel about Kolek? How do you feel about the offense? Are you happy that some of our more underrated players like Arraez, who I don't even know if I can call underrated, are you happy he's doing good? Are you upset that everyone else did pretty bad today? Are you happy with the bullpen? Just let me know how you guys felt about today. I am curious. And of course, please subscribe. Get us to 1,000. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your night. And of course, go Padres. Thank you for watching.